Hey there, greetings everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Plan B Success. Should we prioritize the customers or investors' money? There may be cases where their interests clash, such as when you need to raise funds and want to offer your existing customers a good deal. Investors are your partners, so should you first take care of their interests? But it's customers who decide whether you're in business or not. Shouldn't they be the first priority? The reason for this is because if the business does not make money, you cannot continue to run it no matter how much investor funds you get. Yet, in order to grow the business rapidly, you need to invest a lot of capital, which means that taking care of investors is also important. However, if you put them first and yet do not reward them regardless of whether market is up or down, then there may be a problem. Whose money is a priority, customers or investors? Let's look at the key points. Is customers' money more important than investors' money? Yes, it is. Why? Because an investor wants to get returns on their investment and will expect a profit from their investment when they sell or IPO in the future. But to get there sustainably, you need customers. In order to grow a business rapidly, you need to invest a lot of capital in it. To make sure your investors get their money back and have a good return on their investment, you need customers who can pay for the products or services that you provide them with. For example, if you want to build an app, you need users who will buy your app. If you want to start selling clothes online, then you need consumers who are willing to buy them from your store. If you want people coming into your salon, then they must be able to afford its services. It's important to remember that customers are also your partners, and you need to make sure that they get a good deal. If you're in a situation where you need to raise funds, then you have to take care of your investors first. They invested their money into the company and they deserve a return on it. If you're not able to raise funds, then you cannot grow the business, and as a result, this would affect your customer experience because there will be fewer resources available to use. If the business does not make money, you cannot continue to run it. You need to pay back your investors and employees. You also need to pay your bills and reinvest in the business so that you can grow. Again, in order to grow the business rapidly, you need to invest a lot of capital, which means taking care of investors is important. Investors are your partners, so you have a duty to take care of their money by investing it in high-quality businesses with good prospects for growth. Besides, if you do not take care of investors' money and they become unhappy with their investment decisions, they will withdraw their investments from the portfolio and go looking for new investments elsewhere where their money might be better treated. However, if we are putting their interests before customers' interests, then there may be a problem. These are the two stakeholders in your business. One is the customer, the other is an investor. The priority may seem obvious, but it's not always so simple. Investors can put pressure on managers to pursue strategies which would alienate consumers if they were put first by your business. The same applies for putting customer interests first over those of investors. Some companies focus too much on pleasing their investors at all costs, even if that means exploiting customers in order to do so. If you're putting their interests before your own, then there may be a problem with this approach, because ultimately it will affect your company's bottom line and reputation, as well as lead others towards questioning where your priorities lie, with customers or investors. If you put them first and yet do not reward them regardless of whether the market is up or down, then they would not be happy and would withdraw their investments from the portfolio. You should always remember that investors are your partners in business. They have entrusted their money to you for safekeeping until such time as these funds will be used for the purpose for which they were intended. If you do not take care of their interests, then there's no reason why they should stay in your company's portfolio. In order to balance the interests of customers and investors, you need to make sure that your company is taking care of its own interests as well. Investors will only invest if they're confident that their money is safe, so it's your job to ensure that your employees are working at a high level and being paid fairly. And if you want customers to come back for more, then you need to make sure that they have a positive experience when using your product or service in order for them to share their good experiences with others. I believe we should take care of your customers' interests first and foremost. Customers want to invest in something that is reliable. Investors want to invest in something profitable. What's more important, customer or investor? The answer is both, because these two motivations are closely related and mutually exclusive at the same time. As a business owner, you know that customers are the most important thing in the world, and your money is their money, so how can you put it before them? Investors are also extremely important to your business because they make it possible for you to do what you love without worrying about finances. But again, their money is customers' money. In reality, there's only one solution. Put both parties together at once. If you want to put customers first and investors second, then be prepared for failure. If investors take precedence over customers in this scenario, which happens often, then people may lose interest in what you have to offer and stop buying from your company altogether. So take a step back from the situation at hand and think about how everyone involved feels about each other individually. If any part of the equation seems off balance compared with its counterparts on either side of it, then consider reworking some things until everything seems fair enough for all parties involved. Hey Plan Beers, I hope you're enjoying this content and finding use for it. Do not forget to share, subscribe, and spread the word through your favorite podcasting platform as well as through YouTube. Make sure you leave a review, a comment, and of course check out PlanB.live, my coaching platform where I'm helping small businesses get to the next level as quickly and as robustly as they can.